All right. Um, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Sorry for being late, but I'm here. So previously we spoke about maybe trying to start on the next chapter and whatnot, but I don't like to rush through things per se. So we're gonna work on that. I'm probably gonna work on that during the weekend for the most part. I think that'd be fun to work on the weekend. If I want to, well, if I think it's good, like good content, I will probably drop something on my Patreon for it. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna be kind of working on some sketches. You guys are, everybody can hang out and chill, whatnot. Here's kind of like the stuff we worked on last time. Still haven't even posted these online yet. Kind of want to keep working on them. Done a bunch of sketching today. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty chill stream. Just gonna be sketching, listening to music and whatnot. And yeah, I hope that's cool with you guys and whatnot. Um, how are you guys doing? What are you guys working on? You can go ahead and drop any of that in the comment section below so we can speak. I'm very happy that OBS got this update though. This update where I don't have to keep up my YouTube stream like in a tab. I can finally just enjoy uh drawing, and I just have the chat box in front of me. So that's great. So I can see everything you guys, post there, but for the most part I can just focus on the stream. Well, on the art actually, more so. I thought I was on the layer. Okay. Actually found a new paper texture. I'm not using it at the moment, but I think it's pretty cool. His eyes look a little weird. Definitely gotta adjust my my eraser tool a little bit. Is this the only thing on here? Yeah. Yo, what's up, Thera? Let me. Oh, yeah. Okay. My audio is on. Just making sure. Like, dang, what else is there? Trying to remember things straight up from my head. I haven't drawn in a while. Hmm. Are you serious? What is this? Oh no. That's interesting. Oh, no, it's the machine. Cool. Yeah, how's it been, Thero, if you are still here? Pretty good, mainly just been chilling. Oh, word. Word. Well, chilling is better than stressing, so understandable. That's funny. I could do that. That looks a little deformed that way, actually. Yeah, been trying to avoid stressing over stuff I can't really change. Yeah, I just recently had to deal with that myself. Just been, you know, it's one thing to be like goal oriented, that's fine and everything, but like when things don't work out, you can't, you know, you can't like get down on yourself too hard. It's already hard enough just doing this art stuff, you know. It's pretty damn difficult. And that's only because it's not just for fun, right? Like if it was for fun, it wouldn't be that hard. This is off. There we go. always wondered if I do this, what's the best shape to... Oh, actually, it's pretty good. I don't think it translates well unless I use a really thin line, though. Also, fighting algorithms make his hit even harder. Yup. Super difficult on its own, and money does not help the difficulty. Nope. Yeah, man, it's... Man, you just get older at, you know, doing this stuff, and you just like, man, I'm tired. You know? A couple months back, I mean, I feel like every couple months or whatever, I go through that type of fatigue, and then I go, what am I tired for? Like, I'm okay, you know, and I just be like, I'm fine. And I'm just like, I'm not fine. I'm not doing as well as I want to be doing, but I'm beating myself up for it, you know, just for not being where I want to be or what I perceive success is supposed to be, you know. So, I had to stop doing that. Just been allowing myself to do things differently whenever I need to. Yeah, fighting algorithms is crazy, man. It's really crazy difficult because it's all about like your mental state at the end of the day, and it's like if you really believe you can beat the algorithm, you can't. It's either working for you or it's not. And even when you figure out how it works, people make the algorithm and they keep changing how it works. So it may be working for you now, but in a couple months from now, you know, probably gonna have to do something way harder to keep up with it. Doesn't mean, you know, give up on it. It just means it's relatively gonna be a losing battle. I know, and I'm still young, but I know I should be so much further at 26. Like stuff I should typically have in my late teens and early 20s. Man, yeah. And I'm 31 now, man. Like, man, what I've learned is great, but what I've learned, like the struggle really is just having a, what is it called, something to rely on in these different situations, right? Like, you shouldn't feel like you're completely a pioneer building something all on your own when there's other people doing it. But if you don't talk to those people, if you don't know any of those people to talk to, you feel alone. Even when you're not. But it feels like that because that's kind of like a sort of reality you end up in. Yep, and the algorithm really punishes people for trying to promote things. This, which is weird. Yeah, like you'd be like, "Yo, I'm gonna join a group on Facebook," and like, I know it's a funny thing to say right now, right? But seriously, right? You join a group on Facebook, and like it's like anime fans and artists or something like that. You know, I'm making this up. You know, it's not something I'm talking about like as far as like something exists, but it might, right? And it's just like cool, and then you try to promote your stuff, and it's like, whoa, what are you doing promoting yourself? Um, you can't do that. You know, it'll be like indie comic book artists or indie illustrators and stuff like that. You know, you're like, oh, okay, well, nobody really wants to stay underground. It'd be like underground artist something. You know, no one wants to stay underground. They want to make money. They want to become successful. So you think, okay, well, what I know to do other than obviously make a product and sell it is do commissions. And you'll be like, yo, here's my art. Like, check out this thing I'm doing. And they'll be like, yo, are you promoting your work? Nah, you can't do that here. Like, this is just for like discussion or whatever. You can't actually bring up your business here. You can't do that. I'd be just like, dang, so you try to do that, that doesn't work. And then like I said, yeah, you try to understand how the algorithm works somewhere else, and it just doesn't work out for you because they just keep switching it every time you get used to it. Really feels weird. But yeah, if you don't have some sort of consistent system, there's just no point in being like, well, why haven't I achieved this thing yet? Like, there's just no point in doing that to yourself. Yeah, people are seeing the web 3 thing is putting power in the hand of the creator. Yeah, the web thing, yeah. But it feels like it's gonna be it's gonna be the one who has the most money for ad. Yeah, exactly, right? It's basically like you go online and it's like, oh, it gives the power to you. And it's like, nah, at this point, all these sites, what they do is they go, oh, you see all these people who became successful from like the first like year or 5 or whatever of our site where we didn't know it was gonna be this popular. Word, don't you want to be like them? All right, well, buy advertisement. Buy advertisement. We'll actually show people your stuff without having to be in a group. You know, we'll just make sure people see it. So you don't have to work like it's basically like you don't have to figure out the algorithm, just pay us money. You know? And that's faster, obviously. You don't even know if it's reliable, but you do know people are seeing your stuff supposedly, so you know, it's something. Hopefully I find a way out of the algorithm purgatory without having to completely sacrifice myself to fan art. Yeah, or posting reels, you know, and all the other things that seem to come with that. And on it goes, honestly. Jeez. Yeah. I just try to do what I feel like I want to do at this point. Most of the stuff I'm gonna do, unfortunately, isn't gonna always bring me money. Some stuff I do will. But if I base everything off of just being successful in that way, then I probably won't really get much, you know. I won't get, you know, very far. It's nice to think about and all, but it's really not that realistic. Yeah, true. I was talking to a friend earlier about a similar subject where it's like there's certain places online that are, I would say, meant for artists. I don't believe that normal social media, you know, YouTube, you know, Facebook, Instagram, I don't believe those are like quote unquote meant for artists. It's just something we can take advantage of here and there. But for the most part, we're not we're not about to do as well as certain other people or certain types of businesses and all that good stuff on there as easily because it's just not set up that way. He made some art about the whole slap thing, but he was annoyed that most of the attention he got on his page was to that piece and not the work he's been grinding on and the project he's promoting. Unfortunately, that's just how that goes, man. You can't even expect that. Like, you should have expected. Like, you know what the funny part is? I thought you were gonna say that nobody liked the piece that much or something, because that happens too. That literally happens as well. Where it's like you think, oh, since everybody's on this, let me post this thing, and then it doesn't get any interactions. You're like, what? Like, how did that not get any interactions? I thought everybody was on this thing. So that happens too sometimes. The trick is to just not jump on those too easily. Like, just leave that stuff alone. Just do what you're doing. You know, and just stay on it. It's hard to say that in a way because it's like sometimes people don't see it, but sometimes you need to change how you promote it. You know, sometimes you need to promote it through audio. Sometimes, you know, a video, a different type of format for your video might help. Maybe an infographic might help. Maybe other people bringing in their fan base might help. There's many different ways to promote it. It just gets tiring because you are the artist who created that thing, and you know, you have to then put on your other hat and go, I need to promote this thing. And the more you see that people don't see it, you feel, well, I usually feel, I guess, emotionally attached. Like, oh man, people aren't seeing this. And it, you know, it kind of fatigues you a little bit. You get a little tired every time you see that you're not hitting any good results when it comes to viewership or engagement on certain things, you know? Same thing I told him. Yeah. That too, and sometimes it just feels like you promoting into the void. Yep, but you really gotta keep at it. Yes, not just keep at it, but yep, you gotta try different things. Yep. Let me grab something to drink real quick. That's funny. That's the perfect description to me, though. Like, promoting into the void, like posting into the void. It's why sometimes on social media I don't promote that I have a Patreon, even though I have one, and I've been trying to like be more consistent with posting in it. I still don't always bring it up because it feels like, you know, not enough people are following me yet. So like, yeah, my posts aren't getting the craziest amount of engagement or something. So. Yep. Same boat. Try to slot my Patreon promo into the time lapse video. Where at least you remember to do that, you know? Like, yeah, man, like, just be a struggle sometimes, unfortunately. But, like I said, I've been learning to just let go a little bit. Can't control everything. Can't force people to just show up. But the cool thing is, the longer you stay around, though, right? Where's this player at? The longer you stay around is important. Because the more you're around, the more you exist, the more people can, like, run into what you're doing. I feel like, as painfully annoying to some degree as it is, longevity definitely matters, you know? Other times, I try to make a really crazy piece, and hopefully, through the engagement, it may or may not get. I try to slide the Patreon in there. Where the thing that I'm probably going to be trying to do more is just posting it onto my socials in general. Just every now and then I'll be like, yo, here's a random snippet from the Patreon or whatever. Yo, you like this piece? Yo, I'm talking about this piece, you know, on my Patreon, so come through and check it out type thing. I think that's like how I'm gonna be probably trying to do that. That was funny. I literally paused and was like, wait a minute, like, how does this work again? And I was like, oh yeah. It's like, didn't you create this outfit? It's like, yes, I created that outfit. Why did I pause? Other times I try to, oh, yeah, I already posted that. But yeah. Man. I feel like it's gonna become easier the longer you're around type thing though. Because the more you're around, the more people can like, man, when I see some people promoting stuff, I immediately just go, I'ma wait a bit type thing, because sometimes you never know. A lot of people be scamming people out here, man. You've probably seen it, you know, a lot of people scam, man. They go ahead and do a word, getting a mentor. That's what's up. Yeah, man. It doesn't matter who they are with the scams, man. Like, seriously. Like, you'll be like, oh, word, this is by a famous person who has worked in the industry. And you'll think, oh, this could be good for black folk. You know, this could be good for all types of people, kids, whatever. And next thing you know, once they get the money, or whoever gets the money, once the project gets funded, people up and disappear. People just stop doing stuff, and you just sitting there like, wow, man, like, you just think about how you got tricked. You start thinking about the signs, like, yo, what were the signs? Just like, dang, like, I thought it was all good. I thought everything was fine. And that's why I just, you know, over time, I know that longevity is going to be the way to go, hopefully. Because, like, people shouldn't be so hasty with their decisions, but, you know, then again, people definitely like hype, you know? Anything that seems hype, a lot of people jump onto that stuff very quickly. And I'm always very cautious when it comes to stuff that just seems very hype. That's not good enough anymore. I need some sort of guarantee, even though that's hard. I know that's difficult to come by, I know. But I need something that feels closer to the guarantee than everything else. And my guarantee is usually, what did they do previously? Not what did they do, but projects they funded. Like, I can't just jump on the first one unless I really know that person and I like what they do already on my own. If this is a person I don't know personally, I'm not just gonna jump on your first Kickstarter. I'm gonna wait till you do one, maybe two. Like, all right, like, this person actually delivers. This person actually cares about, like, the people. This person actually goes out their way to make sure that people get what they're supposed to get. Okay, I'm down with supporting their Kickstarter. If they're not doing that, no, nah. Unless I've been following, like I could see, like, all right, a person like me, right? If I've been around long enough, because see, my whole thing is like, when you talk about something that's like hype, right? These projects don't exist forever, you know? Like, they exist here and there in a space. The famous artist may have been there or something like that, but not the project, or vice versa sometimes. Sometimes you just, out of nowhere, just hear about the project, you know, for a bit. You hear whispers of it, people talking about it. And then you learn about the artist through that project. And then you go, man, maybe I should support. yeah, I don't know. I don't like the idea of getting scammed, and these people don't care. They just want the money in the end. They'll scam you. People that make the courses are scammers. Or the courses, or just rips from Google. Man, the some of the people make like the art courses. The most annoying thing, right? And this is very unfortunate. I've had many stories of, like, you know, some of my friends or whatever, they'll pay for a course, and then they'll be like, where they're happy, you know, this person's popular, they have a YouTube channel, whatever it is, right? Whatever brings them their fame. And you think, man, this is gonna be great. They're professional or they're popular. And then they go buy a course from someone, and they're sitting there like, bruh, all this stuff is just basic information. And they didn't really show much tips or tricks or something like that, you know? They didn't really share much techniques, you know? Um, and you just find out, like, wait, why? But why? Why is it like that? You start seeing all the different ways they nickel and dime you. They'll be like, where you want to learn more about the second course, like by the second part. You know, they're just putting it in parts and stuff like that. Or what's the other one where it'll be like, yo, like, I'm gonna let an unlimited amount of people buy my class. But if you want feedback, who wouldn't want feedback, by the way? Who wouldn't? You have to pay an extra like $400 or something crazy like that just to get your work reviewed by this person. And you know good and well they're probably only going to spend like 15 minutes or less or something on your work. They're just going to look at it, compare it to something, tell you what to do, blah blah blah, you know. It's only going to be, you know, a certain amount of time. It's just like, how about you just set the limit to, you know, the class for how many people can apply so that everybody can get a critique. But I guess not. I guess that's the grind set, you know. Like, I guess that's just how people roll, man. That right there has definitely thwarted me from wanting to get a class from certain people. I was just like, you know what? Nah. It'll be cool to learn this stuff, but like, what if I need help on certain things or whatever? Like, I would love to have some guidance, and it's like, you ain't getting no guidance unless you pay an extra $400. And I'm like, you right, and you not getting no money from me. For real. And just grinds my gears from course scams to, yeah, pyramid schemes. Oh my god. Oh yeah, bro. You won't make it, man. You don't have the grind set, bro. Oh my god. Jesus. It's deeper than that, though. Yeah. Sigma male grind set, bro. You wake up and do your shit, bro. 400. 400 is chump chains. Oh my god, bro. The mindset, man. Look. Money is basically a relative to, like, it's like once you have a certain amount and you have a certain amount that you already have access to maintain, you know, then you start, like, money becomes relative to the money And the things you have already established as certain assets anyway. So no matter what anybody says, it's always cool to have more money. How much more is relative to how much you need to be able to live a more sustainable life and all that good stuff. Man, and bruh, with that $400, all of this stuff is an investment. Just because you take a class from a professional doesn't mean that you are all of a sudden just going to understand what they taught you. It doesn't mean that you're going to be able to immediately use those skills. Like, the best stuff you can ever get, like you already brought up, is some sort of mentor. Some sort of teacher that's basically hands-on. Because if you can get that, they're not going to just teach you something that's generic and broad, you know? They're going to teach you something that's based on how you're doing. You know? Like, if I were to teach someone, like hands-on, I wouldn't just go over, yo, here's these techniques. Like, nah, we got to go over, like, everything, right? If you're taking a class with me and we're like, you know, like one-on-one, I have to know what your schedule's like. I have to know what your schedule's like so I can make sure that I'm not impeding on something that's important to you. I have to know, you know, like, how you organized, you know? That could impede your growth. Are you organizing your stuff well? Are you managing stuff on your computer well or something, you know? Working digitally or traditionally? Yo, how is your stuff placed? What if you didn't know that, like, what you're doing with your paper is, like, the moisture in the air is messing up your paper or something? Like, be like, teach you how to protect your stuff better. So in the end, you'll have a piece to sell later, and it won't be, you'll hold on to it, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, the paper, the drawing you worked on has been ruined through time, and because you didn't take care of it properly. All that stuff factors into so much stuff because of this being hands-on. You know? You can't be hands-on with most of your students, you know, when it comes to their growth. Definitely if you've taken on more than 15. Those are those great teachers we talk about, you know, that hit that mark. But for the most part, that's not most teachers. And they're definitely not doing that with these courses. They're just trying to hit the mark of being broad. And I feel like that's fine. But believe it or not, I feel like if the course was slower paced, it would be a great freaking course. Instead of, yo, here's the intermediate, or here's the basics of becoming a whatever artist. And they give you only like, yo, you can watch everything in this course within about 10 hours of footage. There's no way. There's no way. Like, usually less than that, right? They'd be like, here's 3 hours, 4 hours for this course. You know, whatever it is. It's a lot less time than what I'm actually bringing up, right? You know, if there was actually 10 hours and more, it would be a consistently good thing. Most of the time, they're nowhere near 10 hours, actually. So it's funny that I brought up 10 hours. But yeah, you're not going to cover much. And they're always trying to go fast. I've seen a bunch of art courses that are like, yo, this is how you ink. Here, it's a 1 hour video, 1 hour, 30-minute video, whole course on how to ink. And it's just like, that's not like, you know, that good. You know, it's not going to be that crazy. People need, well, not people, but I would assume people would love to have more guidance. Believe it or not, it'd be better if you were able to find stuff that would make you be like, I don't really need to find more videos on this subject anymore. I can look at other subjects now. You know? I'd say the hardest thing about art, other than the money aspect, is actually staying good. Everybody's gonna have off days. Everybody's gonna, like, you know, stop drawing here and there. Life is gonna hit. Whatever's gonna happen, you're gonna stop for a bit. But then you gotta go back to drawing to stay good, right? And you gotta do that for years. You gotta do this thing where you do a free drawing, kind of like what I'm doing right now, scribbling my ideas. All this stuff is just like, yo, draw a person, draw this, draw that, draw whatever you want. And then go back to studying from photos, go back to learning the basics, study those again, and then leave it alone again. Like, put that down, go back to free drawing. You know, you start drawing, you scribble. Then when you find an idea you want to further, and it's, you know, serious, then you go, okay, I need reference for that. Let me see, what's this necklace material made out of? Let me see. Let me get a good reference. All right, cool. Like, and back and forth. That's the hardest stuff. And it's because there's so many different subjects of art, you know. But the other real thing is that if you actually, you know, want to have your own distinct style or thing you look for in your own art, that takes exploration. That takes time. And it also helps that you don't get distracted by, you know, everything out there. Social media, anything on the internet, you know. That's all difficult. Yeah. Man, I thought I was tripping. I feel like my skills and knowledge of things kind of go up and down. Yes. It really be like that. I really had a period of time where I was only drawing from photos. And then I kind of lost my ability to draw from my head unless I had a distinct idea of what I wanted to draw. I didn't feel like drawing anything. I would just draw people standing. It'd be just like, just people just standing around. Like, this is literally how I simplify that, by the way. If you've ever seen those concept art books where they do stuff like this, it's usually a guy, he has like a stick, and they do it for scale, you know? It's something like this. Yeah, this is literally how I simplify people. So if anyone sees this video and they're like, what is this scribble? It's like, yeah, that's what that is. But yeah, I wasn't doing much with that. But now, well, today I've been just drawing a lot actually, so I'm okay with showing up to stream and being like, yo, we sketching today. We just gonna sketch some stuff and enjoy that. So yeah. Also, the other thing is, you keep the skills that you keep using. If you were working in the automotive industry, there would come a point where if you were sketching cars all the time, you would be able to actually freehand sketch your favorite cars for that company straight onto the paper. But as soon as you have to stop working there, as soon as you stop working at that job where you need to be able to crank out cars all the time, you would lose those skills because those skills aren't relevant. You know, that's why it's another thing. Like, if you work on a project, you want to find the things for that project that are like important to that project, right? Like, let's say you wanted to work on an action series, you know, and you're working on a comic. All right, word, you're probably watching fighting movies, action movies, adventure movies. You know, it's got things with magic systems. You know, you're taking in all of it. You're learning from all of it. Camera movement, you know, zoom in, zoom out, you know, panning shots, all that, right? You're taking all that in. And when you want to work on a different series, you're gonna keep some of those skills, but if they're not relevant anymore, you're gonna drop most of them to gain new skills to work on a new project. It just goes hand in hand. Yo, how's it going, Ayaka? How's it been? Good, how about you? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Still wondering why, like, the Animatrix doesn't have an art book. But I think one day I'll get over it. Actually, yeah. I'm really just making this up. I don't know this guy. I don't know this character. I don't know. It definitely feels One Punch Man inspired-ish. But, you know, whatever. Wish more people read Battle Angel Alita. Good manga, yes indeed. Yes it is. Wait, which one? Alita or One Punch Man? Not that, you know, one's any better necessarily, but I definitely enjoy Alita at this point more. Yeah. Word. Yeah. It's really good though. Kind of want to do this thing where, like this. I'll do something like. Of course, that worked out that way. Nice. Okay. Wonder, be like, okay, that's interesting. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end stream soon. Want you guys to know that yeah, I'll be back on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Probably be we'll probably be working on the next kind of boards for the next chapter, chapter 15. We'll go over chapter 14 and what I've done for that. And yeah, I'll be posting some content also onto my Patreon. So if you guys are interested in supporting me that way, you can throw me $1 or $2 or whatever on Patreon. That'd be, pretty cool. Other than that, yeah, pretty much the sketch stream has been, it's pretty cool. I might do more of these. I definitely will, because sometimes I don't always have an illustration just sitting around ready, to be worked on stream, and sometimes I don't want to. So there's that too. Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, everyone. And I'll see you guys on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Read the Divinity on webtoon. And yeah. Love you guys. Peace.